My goodness gracious, having a heck of a time with the connection over here. I don't have internet here yet, so um, it's the connection was bad. So, anyways, here I am. Here I am. So, yes, live from the new spot. So, I know it looks like the same background because technically it is. Same shelves, same records, but totally different spot. Thought I would jump on here and do a live video. You know, answer some questions, show some records, and have some fun with it. I did a live video earlier today. Hey, did a live video earlier today, and the connection was real bad, and so I deleted it. But I was pulling out some cool records from my collection to show. I was basically unboxing everything for my collection to put on the shelves to show. So I'll show you some cool records that are just kind of around me because I don't normally do that. Setup for the new room is going. Hey, Tree McGee, good to see you, man. Thanks for the visit. So yeah, the setup for the new room's going good. I've just been so busy, haven't had a lot of time to do much, just because we're settling in our whole situation. So we moved houses too. So, anyways, yeah, Little Albert Swamp King is incredible. Hey Nick, yeah, it's some neo blue. It's blues. Uh, it's blues. It's really good. I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm just going through a box of records here that I'm putting away on the shelves. Got the S's, got the Stooges stuff right here, which is really cool. So I'll let you see some things. Um, yes, you commented that I didn't mention Stone the Crows. Yes, I did. I did have it in my hand, but it's an okay record. It's not mind blowing or anything like that, but it's an okay record. So yeah, well, I was waiting on some more people to come in before I go straight to the Stooges. Let's see what this box has in it right here. Hold on. But I'm here for your questions, and then just to keep the conversation flowing, I will pull some records to show. So fire off any questions that you have, and I was pulling out some records earlier and telling some stories about where they came from. So, oh yes, you were privileged to see the first live one. Everyone's saying show the Stooges. Y'all want the good stuff. I understand. Have you listened to the new Duke and Coltrane record from Analog Productions? No, but I have it. I haven't listened to it yet. But yes, favorite modern psych band. I don't know. There's not a lot of like real. I'm sure there are. There's a lot of everything, but real psychedelic bands. King Gizzard's one everyone always says, but I don't know. I really like Slift. They just came out with this new record, this new live record from Leviathan. It's really killer. I think they're already sold out everywhere, but really awesome. Show the Soul Station. Okay, I will. Let's see. I'll get the Soul Station just because you asked nicely. Here it is, right here. Didn't even have to look hard for it because I was just looking at it. This is the OG Soul Station. And it's a first deep groove, everything. I don't know if you can see how squeaky clean. You can see the reflection of my JBL L100. This Joker is clean as they come. Near mint OG Soul Station. It's kind of funny. That just walked into the shop. Really, it came in that jazz collection, but that was like. I got that big jazz collection, and the guy that sold me the jazz collection was bringing in like batches of records at a time to make sure that I was going to treat them right, to kind of test the waters, So he'd bring in 100 records at a time or whatever, and that was one of the ones he brought in. And man, I was like, dude, this is good stuff. So we'll get in on some Stooges. I don't know if I should show the Iggy stuff. Let me start off with the. With the good stuff, the OGs. So This is the Stone the Crows that you wanted me to show so bad. There you go. How long did it take you to find your Morgan LP? The Morgan LP, I found it probably 5 or 6 years ago, and at the time it was the most I ever spent on a record. But now, like, they're going for triple what I paid. But anyways, um, so this is the Stooges' first record, first press. This is the one without the Stooges text. You know, it'll say the Stooges right here on most of them. So yeah, this is the absolute first of the first press of the Stooges, and it's super clean, really nice copy. Yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite records of all time, obviously. So I had a super chat. Jim Whitman asks, "What cartridge and needle do you use on your turntable?" So my turntable is a Basis 2001. If you guys play your cards right, I might take you up there and show it to you. But the Basis 2001, it's a great turntable. They're supposed to be like the most accurate turntable of all time, basically. Uh, that's what their claim to fame is. I don't know, but you build onto it, so that you got just a basic bass and everything, and you could put your own motor on it, put your own tone arm on it. It's built to basically modify however you want to. But this, it has a Vector tone arm, and it has a Benz SM moving coil cartridge. Incredible sounding cartridge. Great stuff. So let's see. I was in Hayes, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, over a week for my niece's wedding. Didn't have time to get there. Yeah, come on. Love to have you at the shop. Do we sell record players and stuff? Yeah, we have a few right now. We don't do a lot of gear. A gear is kind of a headache, but we do some because you got to. When in Rome. Do you find any Facebook groups useful for getting leads on purchases? No. There's so many. It's like a feeding frenzy on Facebook. There's so many people I don't even look. So I'm sure there's stuff to be found, but I don't use it. Thoughts on Jack White calling out on major record companies to launch their own pressing plants? I shouldn't say. I think it's great. The message is great. Uh, you know, I I don't know. I'm sure he's doing all his things correctly, but he presses major label stuff. I mean, he presses big bands. He doesn't only do the punk rock stuff. You know, I don't know. I think more pressing plants should be made, but obviously it's not priority. Um, Somebody says best place to find lots for sales: Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. No, none of that's the best place. All those places suck. I should do a video on it. I think I did. I don't know, but when it comes to like the majority of my leads, where I get them from, I have dealt with so many people over the years. Like the collection I just bought a couple weeks ago, I bought a big collection, and that was from somebody who had passed away, and his best friend was dealing with his estate, and I bought his best friend's records like 3 or 4 years ago. I treated him right, and so he remembered me, and he picked up the phone and called me. A lot of it's word of mouth. A lot of people come in the shop. A lot of people know that I'm a record store and reach out to me that way. I do get leads from people that see me on YouTube, stuff like that. So there's a thousand different ways you get leads. So I mean, I'm not scared to share those things with you but I mean, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I haven't got a lead off of there in 5 years probably. I just don't. I don't do it like that anymore. This is a OG UK Stooges. This is a super rare record. Very nice. This was not in super great shape. I don't even remember. Yeah, it's like a VG. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's just super rare. So, car. Someone said flea markets. Someone said estate sales. Someone says car boot sales. I haven't done that in a long time, but you can get stuff there. I just haven't done it in a while. So yeah, if you said a question earlier and I missed it, there's so many questions flying in here. I'm sorry. You don't have to repeat it. Yo, Dylan, can you share some funky country records in the same vein as Bobby Hughes? Man, send me some recommendations. I don't know a lot right off the top of my head. Let's see here. Do you have Noble Records hoodies in your merch? I think so. I got a website link with all my other videos. Check them out. So this is a Stooges Funhouse original French pressing with a gold label. It's a real beauty. Um, let's see. Here's a. I told this story earlier. Wait, hold on a second. I just found a really killer um, raw power. This is a. I think this one. I said it in my first video that this was an original U.S., but I think this is an original Canadian. I don't think it's original U.S. I'd have to look, but I know this is an original U.S. and it's kind of worn for the wear, as they say. But I just found an original. It's a really clean original, and it has the sticker on it. So I'll probably sell both of these later on down the line. What do I got here? Iggy Pop. This is a really nice Lust for Life promo. I love this record. This is so good. Um, let's see. And this was the Stooges I was telling the story about. So this is an original promo of Funhouse. I was looking for an original U.S. press of this for a while, and this old guy kept coming in the shop, and he was like, "I got a closet full of records. I need to get you over here to look at them." And I was like, "Yeah." He came in like twice a week for 3 or 4 months, saying, "I'm gonna get you over to look at them sometime." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." And I'm thinking this old guy's probably got a bunch of Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass or something. And he invited me over finally, and I went over there, and first thing I saw was that Stooges spine. I could just see it. It jumped out at me. I was like, so I went over there and got a ball of his records. He had some freaking killer stuff. But see, what's funny is, like, the other day I was in the shop, and I think I was playing, like, Metallica or something like that. And I think it was Metallica in the shop, and just really blaring it. And I try to play pretty chill stuff everybody's going to like. And then I see this old guy walk in the shop. When I say old guy, he was like 60, not super old, but, he was a gray hair. And he walks in the shop, and I'm like, oh crap, this guy's going to get mad because I'm playing some hard and heavy Metallica. And he was like, yeah, man, Metallica. And I'm like, oh yeah. So that's right. That checks out. The math on that checks out. The people that like Metallica now, like when I was a kid, all the guys that were that age would be like, turn that crap down. But now they're like the people that originally liked. It's just funny. That's how time is. You don't realize you're getting old. I guess I'm old now because I don't know. Anyways, so I was also telling a really funny story earlier about this other Stooges record. Let me dig it out here. This one, Metallic KO, great record, really good live record, love it. But this was probably about 10 years ago, at least, maybe 8 years ago. I don't know, it was a while ago. But I went to this lady's house. Her husband had died. He was a concert promoter or something, and house was full of records, thousands and thousands of records. And I was digging through, and this lady was, when I say super old, I don't mean 60. I mean she was probably 80. And she's like, I'm gonna. She kept poking in like, you need anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. And so I look out, and she just left. She was gone. Her car was driving up, and I'm like, oh crap, this lady, she just left. She must have forgot I was here. And so I go to because I was gonna go sit in my car till she got back or whatever. She locked the door, and it was a double key deadbolt, so I couldn't get out. She locked me in this house. So I was like, crap, what do I do? I'm locked in this house. And so I was like, well, I'm in here with thousands of records. I guess I'll look for records until she gets back. So maybe an hour goes by, and she comes back, and I hear her come through the front door, and I'm thinking, okay, well, she obviously forgot I was here. And so if she comes back to see this strange man in her house, she's gonna call the police, and I'm going to jail. So I went in she had a garage area, and I went in there, and I called her from my cell phone on her house phone. I was like, hey, you remember I was coming? She's like, yeah, when are you going to be here? I'm like, well, I was actually already here, and then you left, and I was just going to let you know that I'm already here, and and she's like, oh, man, I forgot you come already. And so she's really cool about it, and I got a bunch of really cool records from her. Hey, thank you, Peter. That was a nice thing to say. Love your videos. 80% of my collection is still sealed. How do you feel about keeping them sealed? I don't keep records sealed at all, no matter what. If I'm gonna listen to them, I'm gonna split them open. They're they're made to be listened to. If I have a sealed record and it's really rare, sometimes I have like a little debate inside of whether I should open it or not. If I decide not to open it and it's worth too much, I'll just sell it. Because if I can't hear it, I might as well. That's just the way I see it. Let's see, Rexomatic. Yes, I got a chance to listen to that record you sent me, and I really appreciate it. Lots of people send me records, and I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a while ago. That was like a year and some change ago. Um, so let's see. I'm gonna show you some more records. Oh, this box just happens to have my OG Toad. Bam! I'll show you how clean this rascal is. Man, this is a ooh, that's a clean mamma jamma right there. My top most wanted record forever was this Toad. I had a couple people asking me like what my number one grail is. I don't go too hard after my grails anymore. I just kind of let them find me. I'm in that stage of life. Cam Bam says modern pressings sound like trash. It depends on if you are getting trash pressings. Some pressings like Wax Time, and I don't want to call them out, but like a lot of the DOL and things like that, they do sound like trash because they are trash. They're digitally sourced and poor materials, and you get what you pay for type thing. But there's a lot of places that are making really good records. Analog Productions, killer. Anything they put out. They have a pressing plant called QRP, Quality Record Pressing. Anything they put out sounds incredible. So it depends on what you get, where you're getting it from. There's a lot of good records out there. Sure, some of them are going to sound bad, but a lot of them are good. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater there. Let's see. Here's another good one. Titus Grown. Really good hard rock. Tough one to find without that ring wear on it. That's a really good one. But yeah, favorite hip hop records. I have some over here. Shall I grab them? When are we getting a Dylan and Emily live stream? Hey, you might get one with us playing some songs someday. I would love to do that actually. Show you how talented Emily is. This is an original Nas Illmatic. This is an original Jay-Z blueprint on the blue vinyl. This is not an original, but this is a fantastic record. This is an original with the hype sticker, Public Enemy. Killer stuff, man. This is all kind of mixed in. I've got a bunch of good hip hop. But anyways, that's just a few. I do have some hip hop in my collection. Did I purchase the Black Sabbath Super Deluxe reissue? I think they're great. I did purchase them, and I'm a fan. Greetings from Tennessee. Do I know about the earliest rap records from my region? I've got some like from like Greensboro and stuff, like some early ones that no one's ever heard of that are pretty cool. But no, I don't know a lot. Let's see, I'm going through. Feel free to super chat me. So that is when your question rises to the top because you are a valued. Send me one of the money questions. I appreciate those. Yeah, this is a really good one. Thunder and Roses, King of the Black Sunrise. This is one of those records when I first started out was like a grail to me. I was like, I gotta have it. But it is really hard to find. I think they're going for like $100 now, maybe a little bit more. But just an absolute killer. I think I heard, what's his name? Matt Sands from the Matt Sands channel. Matt, the DJ Meliel and the psychedelic psych professor. Start to forget y'all's names because you don't do videos much anymore. Y'all got to get back on it if you're watching this. Come on. But they describe this as Cream meets Jimi Hendrix. And I would agree. Very great record. Love it so much. Yeah, Population 2. That's a great one too. Yeah, I leave the shrink wrap I leave the shrink wrap on my records because I like it. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. I do like it. Just like this. This one's in the shrink. The Third Power, Believe. Killer Condition in the shrink. You got to... Hey, DJ Trish, what's up? Good to see you. Someone just asked if I had Thin Lizzy records. This is a great one. You don't see very often. Vagabonds of the Western World. This one's killer. This is a really clean... It might be a promo. No, it's not. Just a really clean Jailbreak. Great stuff. Let's see. It's an original, The Angry Young of Them, featuring a young Van Morrison. Very good stuff. Let's see. Someone said, I remember being at one of your pop-ups in Noda before the shop. Never thought you would end up with such a great community behind you. Keep up the great work. Yeah, I didn't think I would end up with such a great community behind me either. So I appreciate everybody that comes to the shop and all that stuff. Do you own any CDs? I own like a Led Zeppelin box set, but I don't even have a CD player. Um, Zappa is best sealed, hard on the ears. Some Zappa's really good. Um, yes, Chris, I did. Well, no. I don't know if I have. I'm missing one Crocodile album, but I did listen to the one I got from you. It's great. Um, let's see, some good stuff here. This is one I found um, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We were driving through, and there was a guy that had messaged me on Instagram. He's like, "Hey, I got a bunch of records in a warehouse. You want to come look at them?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I go in this warehouse, and it was like a phone. It was like a warehouse. All they had was like landline phones, like pallets of them, and they were everywhere. And there was some communications company or something. But in the corner of this warehouse, he had like a ton of records, and this was one that was in there. And the Shrink with the Hype. This is Come and Have Some Tea with the Tea Company. Just excellent psychedelic record. Love it so much. Do you have any of the OG ACDC? Yeah, I got some Australian ones. I got some good ones. Uh, what are your thoughts on test pressings? They're cool. They're definitely cool. I'm not like I don't have to have them, but do you have any pop punk? I think I got a few from from my back in the day. You know stuff. I do like King Gizzard. Someone's asking. Are there any labels that you buy them when you see them, regardless of the band or title? Analog Productions. I buy almost everything. They're incredible. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but everything sounds good. Steely Dan is good. Um, you know, a huge fan, but I get it. I just didn't grow up on it. Um, Someone said any thoughts on shipping to the UK? Not really, and I'll tell you why. It's nothing personal. Um, so it's just hard to ship to the UK. In the past few times we've done it, um, things have gotten lost. People get mad. Um, it's passing through so many hands. Things are bound to happen, and they do. It's just high risk. And like the last time, I was like, enough is enough. I shipped a box to the UK. It got there, and the guy wasn't there to sign for it, and it got sent all the way back. And then I had to pay for shipping twice, which he only paid for shipping once. So I mean, as the seller, you get stuck with it. So then it's like you pay $40 extra to get that, so you're losing money. So that's why I just don't do it. And not to mention that all the records that I have, I can sell in my shop, and I don't need to ship them. So I really look out for the local community. I don't ship a lot of records, anyways. I do a little bit, but anyways, let's see where. Hope I didn't offend anyone with that. It's just hard. So I mean, I run my business pretty much by myself. I got guys that work the shop with me that kind of they can take care of it when I'm away, but most of the legwork I have to do by myself. And so it's just hard to cut out time to ship a bunch of stuff. Like the standard stuff like shirts and stickers and hats and stuff like that. They can ship all that stuff. They're great. But when it comes to like individual records and grading and posting and all that stuff, there's no point in me shipping it when. Hey, or I'm back. I'm back. So, popping fresh typed me $20 right then, and my connection went out. He's like, no. Joe Henderson, Mode for Joe. Jazz album is great. You recommended it weeks ago. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, Joe Henderson. Anything is good. Joe Henderson's great. And thank you for such a generous super hype. I will be able to take my wife out for dinner one of these days with that super hype. I can't believe it. So nice. Yeah. So the 50th anniversary of Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, is coming out. That's gonna be great. I'm gonna skip down to the bottom just so I don't lose my place. Um, yeah. So advocating for UK shipping. Yeah, like I said before, so much stuff sells in the shop. I usually don't have to resort to shipping out of the country, so I try not to do that if I don't have to. Just because it's costly and risky, and I would rather see the look on someone's face when they come into the shop. Can't tell you how many times I almost ship a record, and then someone comes in the shop and they're like, "I can't believe I found this record. I'm so excited. I've been looking for this my whole life, and here it is." And it's just something about that it does it for me. I like that. I like getting someone a record they've always wanted. I promise you, as much as I like finding it for myself, I promise you that's true. Hey, thank you. That's nice things to say. All right, so here's a cool one. This one's a taste. A UK. Oh look, Christian Benner sending me the super hyping it up. Oh man, Christian Benner's a nice guy. Did he even say anything? No, he just sent me money because he's a nice man. Have a great video with Christian. Interviewed him and he showed off his incredible collection in New York City. This was a couple years ago. That was when I didn't have hardly any followers, and Christian was nice enough to still let me come. Okay, I do still have a dollar bin at the shop. Is it difficult to decide what to keep personally versus what you sell? Um, it is easier now. It has to really jump out at me for me to keep it. Really has to jump out at me. Most things I either already have it or I don't. I just try not to get too high on my own supply, but sometimes that happens. Can't say, you know. Let's see. Have any South American rock? I do have a lot of South American rock. I am a big fan of South American rock. Where's the P's? Element O, P, Papo. Let's go. Let's go. Let me show you some. This is the typical South American rock, but I'll go there because it's right here, and I don't have to put any thought into it. This is the Papo's Blues stuff. So this is an original first press of Papo's Blues. These are always destroyed when you see them, and just look at this rascal. Just clean as a Dutch whistle. Look at that. Here's Papo's Blues 2. Super clean, nice OG press. Here's a Papo's Blues 3. Super clean OG press. Here's a Papo's Blues 4. Here's a Papo's Blues 5. Here's a Papo's Blues 6. Here's a Papo's Blues 7. So, yeah, I do like South American rock. That's just a little Papo's Blues. I do need a couple more Papo's Blues, like the Aero Blues and all that stuff. But yeah, love it. There's another one called Aguilare. Where are you, Aguilare? It's right here. It's right here. I can feel it. Element OP, Q, Attila, Agua. I can't find it. It's right here, but you guys are watching me struggle and it's making me nervous. I can't read. Okay. Do I have any? I don't have any K-Tal albums because it doesn't do it for me. So I do have a lot of modern albums. Anything I like, I love the neo soul stuff. I like a lot of modern rock stuff. I have about 400, 500, 600 modern rock or modern albums. There's some hip hop I really like. There's a lot of So, favorite boot. Where are you? Where are you, my favorite boot? Here it is. Is that it? Yes. Look at that. Look at that. This is incredible. This is Electric Magic. This is live at the Royal Albert Hall, 1970. This is my absolute favorite bootleg. I love it so much. I had it. Only 250 made. I had it, and I had the opportunity to get this incredible guitar amp that I always wanted, and I sold it. And it took me forever to find another one because there's only 250. Somebody super hyped me. Any upcoming reissues you're looking forward to? There's always a lot of really good reissues I'm looking forward to. Analog Productions is doing that Bill Evans box set. They're putting it out again, and I'm really looking forward to that. There's a couple other Analog Productions. The Pink Floyd mono releases are really good. I'm excited for those. All the Tone Poets are really good. All the Blue Note Classic series are really good. I'm looking forward to all that stuff. I would showcase some Alison Krauss. So let me update you on my situation. I'm sitting on a box of records right now. I don't even have a chair in here yet. I've been unboxing records today and doing live videos and all that stuff. So someone says the new LA Woman reissue is going to be sweet. You got to get the LA Woman Analog Productions. It's already out and it's amazing. It sounds incredible. The best sounding LA Woman I've ever heard in my life. Y'all are saying some very nice things. Very nice things. So, someone says, would you maybe be in need of an OG first press of Flower Traveling Band anywhere? There you are. There you are. I see you. Yes, I do. I need it. I need it. Uh, do you have any Chilean rock music? By the way, really enjoy your videos. Thank you. I think I might have one or two, but I can't remember what they are, what they're called. I did not hear the new Prince record that's coming out. Let's see. It's really bothering me that I can't find this Aqualare record. Ashra Temple, QRS. Oh yeah, the Q's are before the S's. That's why I can't find this, because my brain was all cattywampus. I know I've got it. This is driving me nuts, y'all. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. I give up. All right. Any more questions? I'm open for questions. I love it when you guys are so nice and you send me the super hypes. You know, there's not a lot of money to be made on YouTube. There's not. And people get mad when you plug yourself. That sounds bad. People get mad when you promote yourself. And you know, you got to make it worth the time that you put into it. This is a business, but it's business meets pleasure. It's very good. Okay. Anyways, wait, hold on. David Taylor said something, and he's mad, or is he? I don't know. Larry Norman bootleg? No, I don't have any Larry Norman bootlegs. Sorry. I do have some new merch designs dropping very, very, very soon. Very, very, very soon. Am I excited for RSD? No, I do not like RSD. Not a big fan. Don't tell the RSD people that, or they'll get mad at me and kick me out of the club. But it's just not for me. I've talked about this in a billion other videos. It's just not my thing. I think that I think that I like finding used records and putting out used records. I love that, and I've said this in a million other videos before. But we got a couple other shops, especially Lunchboxes in town. They have great relationships with the distributors. They've been buying new stock for almost 20 years now, so they're high on the priority list. They get a lot of great titles. The owner, Scott, knows exactly what everybody wants, and so he works really hard to get it, and he does a great job. And so he's going to have what you want more than I will. I won't even know what to order, and it's not my thing, and I don't know. So if you're going to wait in line, I don't want you to be disappointed if I don't have what you want. So just go over there and wait in line and support him, and I will have you stuff, Yes, I have that Lou Dawson. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Very guilty pleasure albums you listen to. I don't really care what people think, so I don't have any guilty pleasure. Oh man, you guys are really, really blasting these questions pretty fast. DGs, I don't know anything about any releases that are coming out. I know that they always have Grateful Dead stuff come out, and I always want that stuff. Have you listened to or liked the Seeds? Yes, I love the Seeds. I have a ton of them. So let's look and see what else we've got here. This is a great one, obviously. This is T2. It'll all work out in Boomland. Killer hard rock record. Any bands from Venezuela? Yeah, I've got a couple. And I can't find them. I can't remember. But I've been to Venezuela 7 times. That's a true story. I grew up, you may not know this about me, but I grew up touring a little bit, playing music, and didn't make much money. I wasn't famous or anything like that. But I would go around and make enough money to just go from one place to the other, and I got the opportunity to go to South America a good bit, which was great. And I made no money, probably lost money, but I got to go to South America. Went to a couple countries and cool places. Had some friends in Venezuela, so they kind of let me sleep on their couch. Things like that, you know what I mean? Coffee tonight. Yes, I have had coffee tonight. I always have coffee every night. Here's another good one. Surprise, Keep on Trucking. Really tough record to find. There's a second pressing of this. It's like a colorful cover. And yeah, it was. But this is the first press. It's really hard to find. Sorry, I'm trying to. Hey, what's up, Eric? Good to see you, bud. Are you going to get the newest Europe 72 on vinyl? If it's a Grateful Dead and it's coming out, I'm getting it. Am I a morning person? That's a great question. Yes. I would say yes. I would say yes. Favorite Jason Isbell song? It's got to be Elephant. It's got to be Elephant. That's just the one that pops off the top of my head. What was the moment that records just clicked for you? Mine was when it was when it was. Yeah, okay. When I fell in love with records, man, I was 10 years old, and I never, ever, ever could put it down. I loved records ever since. It was been a sickness ever since. I cannot put it down. I've tried to sell my records and get out of it several times, and it just wouldn't work. Someone said thoughts on Jason Isbell. I think Jason Isbell is one of the greatest songwriters who's ever lived, and one of the greatest songwriters on the planet right now. And every time I listen to his music, it makes me sick because I wish I could do that. I wish I could write songs like that, but I can't. And hardly anybody can because he's incredible. Great, great, great songwriter. Love Jason Isbell. What's the top grail right now? I do not have one. I have just letting the grails come to me. Whatever comes to me, I will appreciate. And I could buy so many more grails if you guys super chatted me. I've got some good super chats. Here's the one here. This is Jim Sullivan. Now this is the second pressing. The first pressing is called UFO. It's a slightly different mix, but these sound really good. But a good friend of mine found this at a Goodwill and brought it and traded into the shop a couple years ago. And this is really good, out there, acid folk type of stuff. Jim Sullivan was just this weird guy, and he was trying to make it. I'm trying not to butcher the story, but he was in L.A. or San Francisco or something. He was in California. He was driving to Nashville, and he made a pit stop, and he disappeared. They found his car out like in the desert somewhere, and I think they found like a backpack full of records, but he just totally disappeared. Really weird story. They never found his body or anything. No one knows what happened to him. So, yeah, it's a crazy story. Oh, and this is the original. The Vinyl Me Please put out a reissue of UFO, which is the same album, same songs. I think it's a different track order, a different mix or something like that. But yeah, it's super, super cool. Let's see. Someone says, what is the wife thing in the new space? Man, whoever you are, Leland, you're asking some great questions. My wife loves the new space. She loves it. She loves that I have a place I can make videos and it's designated for this. She loves it. Yeah. So let's go through some more things. Here's a good one. This one's Stud. This is a great prog record. What an awesome cover. You know. Ooh, got a super chat. Come on. Damian Berrios says, do you have any salsa in the collection? And how do you feel about those tunes? I like Puerto Rican salsa. Willie Colon, Fania All-Star. Yeah, so I do like salsa. I'm more of a queso man. But I do like salsa as well. It just depends on if it's too spicy. I can't. I'm joking. I'm joking. I know what you mean. I do have some Willie Colon. I have some salsa. Let me pull it. It's actually in this box right here. I got some South American stuff. Got some library records. Let me see what I got here. So this is some good Baby Consuelo. That's Brazilian. This is a Willie Colon. It's a lot of Joe Bataan. So let's see what else we got here. This is a great one. Potluck. Some good salsa. Oh yeah, great stuff. Um, Another Willie Colon. Got a lot of. Look good. Oh man, this is a really cool one. Man Trap 2. That's really cool. So yeah, I like Brazilian stuff. I like South America stuff. I like salsa. Oh man, this one's killer. This is some Miami Afro-Cuban stuff. This is right in his court. Found this like a year ago for really cheap, and I about made brownies downstairs. All right, let's see what some of the other questions are. But thank you so much for that super hype. That was super hype to see that, Damien. Yes. So you say you barely catch me live. I barely do live. I haven't done live in a long time. I did one earlier today, and I'm doing one now because more people are around at night, I feel like. So yeah, I'm here for your burning questions. Let's see. I'm looking through. Do you have a self-titled album, America? I don't think I have it because things that are really common like that, I'll listen to them when they're in the shop, but I don't really take them home because I know that they're just gonna keep coming around, and when I want to keep one, I will. Yeah. I'm always glad to show some. I'm always glad to show records that you don't think I have, but I do. Why not use crates? Less damage to the records, looks better, no neck ache. I don't have room for crates. These are great. I love these. I'm working on the website. It's a work in progress. Found 2 original Towns poppies. Oh man, that's a lucky find. That's a good, not luck. You know what they say. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So that's a good. That's so. Let's see. Been looking for. Yeah, that's cool. 4:30 in Germany. Hey, either you're up really late or really early. Is the Led Zeppelin 2 RL version really much better than the standard reissue? Yes, it's incredible. It's way better. Hey, Brandon, Mr. Hoffame's here. If you were starting from scratch with your store, is there anything you would do differently? No. I did everything the way I would do it, and that's the way it made sense to me. So when I opened the store, I had no money, and I just did it with them. I had $1,000. That's all the money I had, and I did it with $1,000. I didn't take out any loans or anything, and we just snowballed it. And that's hey. So Jason over at the Jazz Basement says buying a coffee for the hardest working man in the record shop biz. I don't know if you can say that, but I definitely do try. Thank you, Jason. You are a dear friend who I care very deeply for. Put the grates on the shelves. Space is the same. I don't know. I mean, I gotta find crates that I'm happy with the way I do it. I appreciate the feedback. Let me show you some Black Sabbath records. Let me show you some Black Sabbath records because everybody likes that. So this is one really cool promo, white label promo I got. This is an original UK Vertigo. You know, just a couple little Black Sabbath records you might have heard of before. Vertigo Swirl Time, yeah, baby. Let's see. How much is a RL press? Yeah, they're. I mean, really clean ones. I've seen them go for $1,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it has to be like really clean for it to go for that much. I mean, like decent ones. The RL both sides. Decent ones go for 3, 4, 5. But if like near mint ones, they never come up, and they go for stupid money when they do. So, anyways, so man, some nice super chats, some super nice people. Oh yeah, Baron. Those are both records that I need really bad. Let's see. Hey, thank you for watching. Got another super chat. Do you have any film soundtracks? If so, any favorites? Yes, I do have some film soundtracks. Let me see. I got some right here. My favorite's probably this bad Larry here. Jurassic Park. I've got Back to the Future. Back to the Future is probably my favorite. So I do like film soundtracks, not as much as some people, but I do like them. Got another super chat here. Is there a formula where you use buying a collection 40% of medium value on Discogs, for example? You heard What's Going On, Detroit Mix Command. Yes, I did hear it. So the way I buy used records, it depends. So here's the thing. You cannot look at every single record. It depends on how many records are there, all that stuff. I can do real quick math in my head. When you're buying a huge collection, it's pretty risky to offer like half of like, cause if someone's trading things in the shop, yeah, I mean I'll do half, sometimes better. But if you're looking at a collection and you're buying 1,000 records, some of them are going to be messed up, some of them are going to be warped, some of them are going to be scratched up. So it's really hard to say. Like the collection, I just bought one, and the guy everything was pristine. A ton of stuff was sealed. That's a different situation. That hardly ever happens. But then you can offer a little bit more, all that stuff. So, yeah, Warrior soundtrack is great. It depends on. It just depends on whose collection you're buying. And if you have the time to sit and check condition on every single thing, I've bought collections before when every single record turned out to be a little bit warped, and that is a real pain. You can't get much for them. You got to mark them as like still plays but warped, and you can only get like 10% of the real value out of it because, so. Yeah, no, I know a lot of guys don't go higher than like 20%. It depends. Like that's a real. We do more than that. I try to at least. I try to really treat people right because a lot of leads I get are referrals from other customers that like the one I was telling you about that I just got from a guy that he recommended me to this guy that had passed away, his wife, that was selling his collection, all that stuff. So I treated him right a couple years ago, and it comes back around. I can't tell you how many times that happens. So you gotta treat people really well, and then it will come back to you. So it just depends on, a lot of factors. And over the years doing it so much, you kind of know what to look for and know what to be careful of and know what to offer and all that stuff. It's second nature. I don't even think about it anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't have to really spend a lot of time thinking about it. It just depends. It's a case by case deal. It really is because condition's the biggest variable there. Here's another really good Vertigo. Doctor Strangely Strange. It's original UK. That's a really good one. Is there any artist that you would like to see that MoFi treatment? I'd love to see some Velvet Underground MoFis. Let's be honest, guys. I'd love to see some more Zeppelin audiophile pressings. I mean, come on. I don't know why they don't do that. Let's see. Do you have any Laserdisc movies? No. I tried with Laserdisc. I bought a crate of Laserdisc records one time, and had a Laserdisc player, and why? The quality's not better. It's lame. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I mean, if you like it and you like the nostalgia of it, whatever, but it's not my thing. It's not my thing. So, anyways, what would you guys like to see out of my collection? Or you can, super chat me a question that I'll be sure to answer. Why don't I show you some GNR, some Guns N' Roses? I feel like everybody loves seeing that. Yeah, someone got a Black Sabbath Vertigo swirl of Black Sabbath Volume 4. That's great. So this is the original Appetite for Destruction band cover. The original one. That's the one you want, It's tough to find. It took me forever to find this. This is an original first of Use Your Illusion 1. For some reason, this one was a lot harder to find than Use Your Illusion 2, but it's got the sticker. It's just, oh my gosh, I love Use Your Illusion. As far as like favorite Guns N' Roses album, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, I mean, I guess it's the same record. It's the same album, but they're my favorites. There's an original of Use Your Illusion 2. This is an original Spaghetti Incident with the gold vinyl. Come on. And this is the OG, all the bells and whistles, GNR Lives with Shrink and the hype sticker. I mean, come on. I got some other things, but those are the main ones. Let me see if y'all have asked any compelling questions. You have any Blaze Foley? Yeah, I've got the one. A B C D E F G. I've got Blaze Foley's self-titled record, um, and it's like supposedly only 100 copies. Ooh, someone says, could you show your firebox? I'll tell you what. Someone super chat me, and I will do it. I will show my firebox. I've got it right there. I'm looking at it. Someone super chats me, I will do it. Just super chat firebox, firebox. Is there an album that if it walked into your store and you really wanted it, you would offer whatever the asking price was? Yeah, sure. I mean, sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's albums that I'll buy for full asking price, the full Discogs number. If it's something that's I'm rare and it's rare and I'm not ever gonna see it again, yeah, I've done that $1,000. I love some things you might never see it again, so you got to buy it. So I am a consumer. I will buy. I mean, and basically, let's face it, when you're buying new records, you're paying 75% of retail anyways on new stuff. It sucks. So, anyways. Hey-oh, we got a Firebox super chat. Okay, give me a second. I gotta grab this right here. All right. It's beside the grunge box. He wants to see the Firebox. He wants to see the Firebox. How can I super chat? I think the minimum super chat's like $1. So let's good. Okay, sweet. So this is one. Hold on, Formula One. I've showed it before. It's a probably my best thrift store find ever. So Cordell says, just want to say love your content last year. Helped me really improve my knowledge. Thanks for dealing with my DMs. Favorite. Yeah, man. Favorite cycle. I'm going to show you my Firebox. So that's some favorite cycle there. But this is probably my best thrift store find. I found it for 49 cents. It's like a $350, $400 record. Really good. Some boogie, funky stuff. Some of the stuff in here is really killer. Some of it's like, nah. I don't even know. I need to refine my Firebox. But anyway, this is Orange Wedge. Self-titled Wedge. So, someone says, how old are you? Why don't you guess? See, whoever's the first to guess right gets a pat on the back. This is Lemuria. This is a really cool Hawaiian funk band. Well, Hawaiian funk lounge type of band. They played in like hotel lobbies and stuff. 36, I will say, oh man, we are getting some really broad numbers. Someone said 55. Come on. 48? Oh my gosh. Baron, you win. 33. I'm 33. Baron got it. This is a really killer Cervello. Cervello Melos. This is an Italian prog record. Really super tough to find. I am 36 years old. Stop saying I'm 55. I am not 55. I had a video with Mazzy one time, and he said I was really old. It's the beard. The beard does it. This is a can, and it opens up. I don't really want to mess it up. But this is a really cool, a lot of times that cover is like ripped up a little bit, but that's a killer Italian prog. This is Pharoah Sanders, Pharoah self-titled. Yeah. So Dylan Binkley says, sup, Dylan, I noticed that a lot of your collections, a lot of vintage psych and hard rock. Are there any modern bands that you vibe with? I mean, there's I like a lot of the neo rock, soul, funk stuff. I mean, I like a lot of, whatever. Yeah, I like my beard. I don't care if it makes me look older. This is Del Jones, Positive Vibes. Incredible funk record. A little bit, Leon Bridges is great. Someone asks. Yeah. Yeah. Someone says, focus on the Firebox, people. Brief Encounter, North Carolina Funk. This is one of my... what's wrong with being 55? If I was 55, I would lose 22 years of my life. I haven't gotten there yet. Nothing's wrong with being 55. I will be there in 22 years. Anyways, Brief Encounter is a funk record from North Carolina. It's one of the holiest grails you can get out of this area. It's one of the best records in my collection, if I'm being honest. This one is the Moving Sidewalks, Flash, OG Press, super clean, incredible record. Every Day is a Blessing. I would agree with that. This is a Placebo. Um, incredible jazz funk, I guess you'd call it. Let's see. Darius, I showed this recently. Really good. California chart maker label. Kind of like the Doors, a little bit harder. Goldenrod, which Goldenrod was the backing band for Darius. Really great stuff. Brails for Days. Ooh, this is Hickory Wind. This is a private press record out of Indiana. Really tough to find. They only made 100 copies of this. It is super rare and desirable. Hickory Wind, you got to. Doesn't Moving Sidewalks have ties to ZZ Top? Yes, you are right. It's Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. It's first band. Yeah, Goldenrod was chart maker too as well. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's not worth a ton. It's worth maybe 100 to 200. I don't know how much it's gone. It's probably gone up. This is JPT Scare Band. This is an original screen printed cover. They're hard to find with the cover. So, anyways, any OG Alice in Chains in your collection? No. I had a copy of Dirt and I sold it when I first opened the shop. I really wish I hadn't. I would like to get I'd like to get Dirt. I'd like to get all the OG Alice in Chains. Honestly, I love them. So let's see. At 54, I can tell you that my collection has aged better than me. that's probably true. If your record collection burned, would you sell your firebox to rebuild the collection? Probably. I don't know. This one is Ico the Scorpio Bros. I actually have 2 copies of this right now. This is a absolutely fantastic record. It's psychedelic funky. It is killer. Blaze through these really quick. This is Philip Lewin. Am I Really Here All Along? This is like loner acid folk. It is so good from Canada. Very good. How often are you at the shop? I'm at the shop Fridays and Saturdays and sparingly throughout the week whenever I have time. So, Fallen Angels. This is a super grail. So good. Someone says, do you play guitar at your church? I have been known to here and there. I don't do it a lot anymore. They have a lot of guitar players that are better than me, so I don't really much anymore. But yeah, I have in the past and for years since I was a kid played guitar at church. So this is The Dog That Bit People. Really good. This is one of the most valuable records in my collection. It's amazing. Psychedelic. There's a band called Locomotive that was the predecessor to this band. Really good stuff. Let's see here. So someone named 79 Rock Socks is angry that I said the word church. So sorry about that. Montgomery Express is another one, killer one. Amazing. This is funk from Florida, some soul funk stuff. Magnum, Fully Loaded. Incredible funk record. Absolutely love it. This one's Don't Cry, Little Tree. This is Zaza. So it's produced by a guy. His last name was Zaza. Kind of a legendary producer. This one was sampled by a lot of people. Really good. Funk. Don't Cry, Little Tree by Trevor Dandy. This is a killer record. Love it. Master's Apprentice. Great Australian rock. Incredible stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good funk around here. I like it. I'm gonna leave this one up for a while, so you can pause it later. This is Lincoln Street Exit. It's a white label promo. It's called Drive It. It is a really good psych record. Oh boy. So this looks like a good question. What should I do? I just started collecting vinyl again, and I have about 40 albums, half of which are Beatles related. Where should I go next? Buy whatever you like. You know, I mean, if you want to stick with Beatles related stuff, go ahead. If you want to go whatever you buy, what you like. Oh man, how are those Judy Still audiophile versions? They're good, really good. Um, the band, yeah, I have some of the band. I'm trying to zip through this Firebox because I promised I would. Zior or Zior, really good psych hard rock. Zipper, amazing, one of my absolute favorites, almost proto punk. Um, Incredible. Fred Cole. Um, yeah, this is yeah, this is. I don't know where this is from, but Fred Cole's legendary um, punk singer from, I think, gosh, you guys are gonna butcher me. I'm going off memory and it's late. I think he was around Portland, Oregon somewhere. Anyways, Parish Hall, great hard rock. Um, Frumpy is a killer one. Box sets. I do have some box sets. This is my original Jerusalem. That is an original first press. Dead Moon. Yes, Frank Cole played in Dead Moon. Fred Cole played in Dead Moon. This is a original German Jerusalem, which I got on eBay for $10 a long time ago, and it's like near mint. Somebody severely messed up on that listing. This is Linda Parak's Parallelograms. This is a really really good. If you like Judy Sill and Joni Mitchell and Karen Dalton type stuff, this is right up your alley. Um, this is Map City, Purple Image, really good funk rock type stuff. And I'm not even halfway through this Firebox. I'm burning up. This is Terry Collier, really good stuff. I'm trying to zip through this stuff really quick. There's another one, Terry Collier. This one's called Stone Crow. This is a really weird record. They only made 100 of them. It's just some hippie kids playing at a college, and it's just worth a lot of money. It's really weird. So 90s indie. I don't have a lot of 90s indie stuff. I do have a lot of grunge. This is Black Murda, some really good funk rock stuff as well. Ooh, man, this is really good. Howlin' Wolf, Howlin' at the Moonlight. This is a really clean OG. Yeah, I forgot I had that. That's incredible. This one's Tim Murphy, Poets Need the Rain. This is a really good acid folk record. Just a total grail. Virus Revelation, really good stuff. Virus is an incredible band. Thoughts is a better record, I think, but it's a really good. This one's Howlin' Wolf, the Rockin' Chair record. This is a really clean, original Black Chess label. This is Space Hymns. This is by Ramses. This is a weird record. This folds out to be some crazy artwork. Ramses kind of did some things like some music with his wife, and then he died, I think. And then his wife's new husband was jealous that how much he influenced her and like was still a part of. She obviously still loved him even though he was dead. And so he burned all his master tapes, so they can't be reissued. It's kind of a messed up story. Karen Dalton. It's so hard to tell you who's going to love you the best. Incredible, incredible, weird female hippie, funky, psychedelic acid folk record. Really good record. This one's amazing. I was watching an Amoeba Music What's in Your Bag, and Cheech Marin was on there, and he said he used to live with Karen Dalton. They were roommates. This is Dry Water. This is a really good private press hard rock record from North Carolina. Highly recommended. Holy, holy grail. This one's Moonstone. It's a small label acid folk record from Canada. Really good stuff. This is one of my top 10 favorite records in my collection. I'm telling you so much. This is Victor Pereno, Kingdom Come. Victor Pereno was yeah, you're gonna be able to watch this later. I will leave it up for a while. Victor Pereno was in Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come. He was the keyboard player. He's the first person to ever use a drum machine on a record. I believe this is the second record to ever have a drum machine. Kingdom Come had a record, I think, I can't remember what it's called. but they had one like a year before this. But really good synthesizer stuff on here, really crazy. Found this out in the wild. They only made like 100 or 150 copies of this. It's one of my absolute favorite records. Smokin' Willie, really good, like garage hard rock covers, those classic songs. This is my firebox. I'm most of the way through it. July, one of my absolute holy grails. Love it so much. This is in the running for top 3 best psych records of all time, I think. Really good stuff. Mick Church Sound Room Dilution. Man, this is a killer record. What's your favorite Pink Floyd album? Wish you were here. Gandalf, classic. Pop psych record, really good. Oh man, I'm trying to burn through this firebox. Samuel Prodi, killer hard rock record. This is the other Wedge record, No One Left But Me. Amazing hard rock record. I do have the Moby Grape, the poster. I found it multiple times. This is a Linda Hoyle Pieces of Me. This is a the rarest Vertigo. They say only 300 copies made of this. Linda Hoyle was the lead singer of the band Affinity, which was also on Vertigo, and she kind of ventured out. She was I think she was an art teacher or something, but she ventured out to do her own solo record, and she wanted to have a record that would showcase all the different types of music she was able to do. So there's hard rock on here, there's jazz on here. This is a really weird record, but it's incredible. And like I said, there's only 300 copies. It's the rarest Vertigo. Come on now, I don't have great connection here, so Dennis Coffey Trio, really great funk with some amazing. The July record's just called July. It's amazing psych record. If you need more information, I'll DM me on Instagram and I'll show you. This is the one. So people have called me the Bob Ross of records before. I don't understand why, but I will take it because Bob Ross is incredible. This is a Farm. This was my top most wanted record of all time forever. I finally found it last year. Shout out to Aaron at America's Groove Records in Illinois. This is Morley Gray, The Only Truth, one of the most sought after, rare, incredible hard rock records of all time. Very good stuff. Ooh, this is an original press of Andromeda. Found 2 of these last year. This is a super clean OG UK pressing. Amazing psychedelic hard rock. Amazing. Oh my gosh. This is I'm Irish Coffee, band from Belgium. On Triangle Records, really tough to find. Amazing hard rock. This is one of the most hefty grails in my collection. Plastic Cloud, amazing psych from Canada. Super hard to find. I'm blowing through these, but these are the best records I have. All right, this is Sandstone. Can You Mend a Silver Thread? Acid folk by a bunch of young teenagers from Pennsylvania. Amazing. This one is Wide Open by Kava Stute. Really good Australian rock. This is my Randy Holden Population 2 OG press with the drill hole. Took me forever to find. This is the cleanest one I found. I found 3 last year. But there's supposedly only 88 copies of this, but that cannot be true. This one is Sam Gopal. Really good. The claim to fame one here is that is Lemmy from Motorhead. I almost said Radiohead. But really good hard rock. Amazing original UK press on Stable. How many Farm records are out there? I don't know. Maybe 500. I don't know. I'm not sure. So this is War Pig. Amazing. The Black Sabbath of Canada. Incredible. This is the first pressing, the first cover. There's a second pressing that was a few years later on London, which had a different cover, which that cover's really cool too, but this is an original first. Yeah, this is a greatest hits video. This is Night Sun Morning on Zebra Records original press with that killer inner sleeve. Really tough to find these original pressings. There's second Canadian pressings and things like that, but this is the first German press. Incredible. Ooh, man, this is Truth and Janie Knows Rest for the Wicked. This was one of my favorite records in my collection. Unbelievable, acid, hard-driven, insane hard rock. Love this record. So good. This is I'm going to save that one for last. You already know what this is. This is Felt. Someone gave me this. Really nice guy on Instagram. His name is Raj. He got an upgrade copy. And I sent him a message. I was like, hey, how much you want for your old copy? He's like, I'm not going to sell it. You can have it for free because you're a nice guy. And I was like, oh, man, that's so sweet of you. But really killer. It's on Nasco Records. Amazing, psychedelic, good guitar work. Amazing. yeah, okay, so if you're just tuning in, someone super hyped me to um, show my firebox. So I was like, sure, why not? So, man, I got records freaking everywhere. I'm down to my last handful, so we can move on to something else. This is Hard Rock Earthen Vessel. It's a Christian hard rock record from the late 60s, early 70s. The music is a little behind the times. If I remember correctly, you would think the record had come out years before, but it's really good for a Christian psych record. This is Rockadrome, probably my favorite and best Canadian psych record. Amazing, amazing. Really, really tough to find. Um, this is Primeval, Smoking Bats at Campton's. This is a really killer, just hard rock from hell. It is nasty. Really, really, really good hard rock. And then to top it all off, the cherry on the top, can you guess what it is? Can anyone out there guess what it is? Anyone? Was that too much? This is my original Fraction Moon Blood. This is my favorite record in my whole collection. Absolute tip top favorite record that I've ever had and ever will have. After I bought this record, I was ruined. At that point, I was like, what else is there? I'm done. This is my tip top, highest grail. Love this record. This is only 200 of these made. I made a whole video about it. You've probably seen it. It's a very popular video of mine. But if you haven't, go back to see my top most wanted grail found. And this is it. This is the just pinnacle of my record collecting. So, anyways, yeah, I had to save that the best for last. That was the best, and it was the last. So, that was my firebox, y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. Any more burning questions or anybody that just needs to super chat me some funds to keep the channel going? You know, like I was saying earlier, with people get mad when you self promote. You know, I do put more time into this than I would if I didn't. You know, I mean, I will say, like, I'm really busy, but I do try to do these videos for two reasons. I've developed a community and a lot of friends through this, but also, like, you know, I have started making a little bit of extra money with it, and with that, I'm able to devote more time to it. So the more money that I can make with it, the better videos I can make, and the more time that I can put into it. So everyone who has contributed or super hyped or even watched or liked the video or subscribed or anything like that, you've helped the channel grow to what it is and beyond. So I appreciate that very much. Does anyone... I have been kind of looking at the comments a little bit, but it's been hard to keep up because if you can see, I have my mouth has been running really fast over this firebox. I've just been going, and this is blah 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 blah. So, anyways, all right, that's a good question. Looks like, how do you decide when someone brings them in whether to sell an expensive OG or keep it for yourself? It's not usually hard to decide. I just think, do I want this or not? You know, sometimes it's upgrading, but I've got a lot of really good grails in my collection already, and you know, so I'm really selective now. So Baron says, I have been a subscriber since you had 100 subscribers. Wow, that was not that long ago, but it was a while ago. I've been doing this channel for, I think, going on like 4 years now, so it's been good. It's been a good ride. You guys have been great. So hopefully I'll do some more live streams in the future where they're more planned out. It was the first time I've really had a chance to do one. I've been wanting to do a live stream for a while again because I haven't done one forever. So I was like, I'm gonna run out to the studio and do one real quick and see what people think. So if you guys liked it, I appreciate you watching. Thoughts on the new 13th Floor reissues? I think they're amazing. I thought that they were great. Well, since you guys have stuck with me so long, if someone super chats me or hype, I don't know what it's called, but anyone wants to super chat me, I will show you a brief peek of my listening room. This is not the listening room. So I've got two rooms. This is the record room slash video room where I'll be doing all my filming in the future. But I also have a listening room that is completely separate. And I will show you guys that before I close out the video. If someone wants to super chat me, I will make it worth your while and show you the listening room. How did I find that Pharoah Sanders record? A good friend of mine was selling some records, and he had bought that at a record show in the 90s. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you want this?" Like it was nothing. And I was like, "Yes, yes, I do want that." So I gave him a good price for it. But he was a good friend of mine. I've gotten a lot of grails from him. Very, very, very nice guy. So, anyways, if that is all, then I suppose if you don't have any more burning questions, that I will close the video out here in just a second. Why are secondhand copies of popular albums so expensive? Dark Side of the Moon should not cost more than $10. Cordell says, let's see the record room. So I will show you the listening room. Dark Side of the Moon, it's hard to find clean copies of it. It's supply and demand. I mean, I disagree that it shouldn't cost $10. I mean, Dark Side of the Moon is an incredible record. I don't know. It's the same thing as used cars now. You know, used cars are going for more than they should. So I'll show you the listening room really quick. This is not to substitute for my room tour because I'm just now getting all this stuff set up. So I'll take you to see the listening room really quick. So I do have a kitchen in here, but there's records and stuff all over. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. So we're going up the stairs. Oh man, this is spooky. So spooky. This was bright earlier. Where are the light switches in here? So this is like a little nook that I'm going to put some like guitar gear and like all my pedals and stuff so I can have my amp set up and I can play guitar more. And then this is the listening room. There it is. My Analog Productions box, often sitting on the ground as I tear open my analog records like a wild animal when they come in the mail. So these are my Klipschorns, and there is my the rest of my gear. I'll show you really quick. This is my bassist turntable that I mentioned earlier with the SM cartridge. This is my Pioneer RT707 turntable or reel-to-reel player that I haven't had hooked up for the past year or so. Here's my Macintosh 6500 and my 275. Now I know everyone's saying, "Oh, it's so echoey." I'm gonna get a rug and I might get some treatments and stuff for the wall, but that's a sneak peek to the listening room as of now. So, hope you enjoyed that. You guys have been super kind in all of your super chats and super good questions that you've been asking. I've got, I'm not going to show you. The kitchen's a disaster. I've got guitars and the floor, and I've got a drum set in here and all this stuff. My kids have a really cool like Ludwig drum set. But anyway, so that's the studio part. Anyways, I'm going to do a room tour or a studio tour very, very, very soon. Yeah, so I'm going to close the video off by just giving you a little rant. So I have nothing against Crosleys in theory, other than they don't sound very good and they're misleading on how good records can actually sound. Now, let me set this up to where I can really talk. So, you know, I remember it wasn't a Crosley, but it was something similar when I first started collecting. And when I upgraded, I brought that into the office I was working at. And I had a record going, I think it was like King Crimson or something. And this lady walked by my office and she's like, "Oh man, there's nothing like the sound of a record. That just sounds so good." And I'm sitting here thinking, no, it doesn't. This sounds like crap. You know, because there was it just sucked the life out of the record. It being on such a bad system. You know, I mean, the sound that comes off your phone is just as good as a Crosley. So if you're talking about records sound so much better, you know, they don't on a Crosley. They just don't. So Crosley, it can get the sounds to come out of your records, but that's it. And if that's all you want it for, whatever. You know, eat your heart out. But I've had a lot of people lately returning records to the shop that are new records, and they're saying these skip. And I'll say every single time, I say, what are you playing it on? And every single time they say it's a Crosley. So if you do have a Crosley or an all-in-one suitcase, whatever, and you buy a new record and it skips, it's not the record, it's the Crosley. So anyways, now that's not to say that there's not quality issues on some new records. That is true, that does happen. But you know, like I had one kid, he must have returned the same record 4 or 5 times, and I just had to be like, dude, it's, you know, you can't be doing this. So I'm trying to come up with some systems that, you know, I try to tell people this is not the record's fault, and I'll play it on the system in the shop, and it's totally fine. But I would just say, if you have a Crosley, just know they're gonna skip. New records are gonna skip. The grooves aren't quite as deep as some of the old records are, and they're just gonna skip. And it's not the record's fault; it's the player's fault. So, anyways, that's my rant. It's something that's really been the bane of my existence here lately. I've been really really frustrated with people returning records that are fine because their turntable, you know, it's just, you know, you get what you pay for. You can't expect to pay $40 for a turntable at Walmart and then play a $40 record on it and it sound great. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. You get what you pay for. So, anyways, thank y'all for watching this video. You've been too kind, very kind hosts, and maybe I'll do this in the future. Maybe I'll do make it like a regular thing. So thank y'all so much. We will see you next time.